Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Ghocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. So what is Anandamaya Kosha? See, there is Ajnana Vritti, as in deep sleep. There is Ajnana Vritti. Sukshma it is. So Gurudev says the ripple of Ajnana Vritti. Ripples like, Ajnana Vritti. Even in the waking and dream also, the Ajnana Vritti is there, not knowing oneself. But in the deep sleep it is pronounced. So, when the reflection of the Atma, Ananda within, when it kisses or when it bathes this Ajnana Vritti, whatever is that kosha is called as Anandamaya Kosha. Also, it is said the causal body operates from this kosha. Causal body means which gives rise to other two bodies. That is the Vasana Sharira, Vasana. So, this causal body or this Anandamaya Sharira is very much predominant in the deep sleep, but in the waking and dream also it is available. How? When you get to meet or indulge in the object of your liking, then this Anandamaya Kosha within only expresses as what? Priya, Moda and Pramoda. They also name Pramodini, one who gives so much of joy. Pramoda. So this is the expression of the Anandamaya Kosha. In the waking and dream also it expresses. And how it expresses in the deep sleep? I don't know anything, but I was very happy. It's the Tamo Guna Vritti. And even otherwise, sometimes we feel happy for no reason, because the Punya Karma is sort of becoming fruitful. So this Anandamaya Kosha is expressing as Ananda. So this is Anandamaya Kosha. So how do you glorify this Anandamaya Kosha? As I told you, we are very fond of this Kosha. So we want to go to sleep whenever possible, and if we don't get sleep, we become miserable. And also, in the waking state also, we want to always contact the sense objects. So whatever Ananda we get through sense objects also not from the object, but Atmananda only reflected. So whatever we get out of Sattvic Ananda also, Atmananda is reflected. This is what is the Sanatana Dharma's Siddhanta. So this Anandamaya Kosha, however it is glorified, is still a conditioning of the self. It is one of the Kosha only. That is what we are going to see in the next verse. 209th verse. Am I right? Naivayamanandamaya paratma sopadikatvat prakruter vikarat karyatva heto sukruta kriyaya vikhara sanghata samahitastvat hitatvat na eva ayam anandamaya paratma. This Anandamaya Kosha also is not the Paramatma, is the true self. Why? Sa upadikatvat. It is once again a conditioning only. Why? It limits the Atma, the self. Atmananda is so blissful, but this Ananda is very limited. And not only that, it expresses through the Ajnana Vritti. Or in the waking state also, when you meet only your desired object. So it is limited only. And also it is not constant. When you meet the desired object, you are happy. Otherwise, not that much. So this Anandamaya Kosha is not constant, it is limited. So Upadikatva, it also has got some limitation. So it is a conditioning only. And Prakriter Vikarat, it is a modification of the Prakriti only. Prakriti means Maya. See, actually, this only expresses as thoughts in the subtle mind and then actions in the grosser world. So, the seed is the vasanas. So, this Anandamaya Kosha or otherwise the causal body has got vasanas. So, vasanas expresses thoughts and thoughts as the action. So, is Prakriti is Vikhara only it is. It's all Vikhara modification of the Prakriti. And for each person there are different vasanas, different thoughts. You understand? So, it is Prakriti Vikhara only. It cannot be considered as Atma, the self. And then what? And then Karyatva Hetoho Sukruta Kriyayaha. And what happened? Only through Punya Karma it is expressed. It is the effect of something. So, Atma is not the effect of something. It is uncaused cause. So, it is not the effect of something. Sukruta Kriyaya. So, it is available only because of the Punya Karma in the waking state. So, Vikara Sangata Samahitatvat. And always it expresses in the aggregate of the matter only. Aggregate of the matter means the Sangata. Aggregate of the matter means what? Only when there is mind, only when there is buddhi, the vasanas can express. So the vasanas are the causal body, that is part of Anandamaya Kosha. So it is always part of the matter vestures. So it is not actually the Atma, the self. That Vijnana Ghana it is not. You understand? So therefore this sheath also is negated. See, when you go deeper and deeper and deeper, you may not understand much why we are negating. But since Acharya is saying that it is not, we are negating. But he is giving some logic and reasoning also. See, we see it to be not constant and limited, that much we know. And also Prakriti, because sometimes it expresses more, sometimes less, this way, that way. So, Prakriti is Vikaram only. So, therefore, this Vijnanamaya Kosha, this Anandamaya Kosha also is not the self. Then Baba, what is the self then? When you say this is not the self, this is not the self, for 15 days you have been saying this, not the self. But what is the self actually? Okay, we will tell you what is self. Panchanamapi koshanam nishedhe yukti tashrutehe tannishedhavadi sakshi bodharupo vasishyate Panchanamapi koshanam nishedhe yukti tashrutehe tannishedhavadi sakshi bodharupo vasishyate. See, Panchanamapi koshanam, all these 5 koshas, nishedhe, when you negate. How you negate? Yuktitaha shrutehe. With the help of the logic and reasoning provided by the scriptures. See, just by your own whims and fancies you cannot negate. The scriptures are showing the path. See, we have seen how to negate. So, these are all the logic and reasoning. Why it is not the self. So, through proper discrimination, proper vichara, when you negate what? All these panchakoshas, tan nishedhavadi sakshi bodharupaha avashishyate. After negating everything, whatever cannot be negated, which remains, avasishyate, which remains, that is sakshi, the witness, bodha rupaha, the true knowledge of the nature of knowledge, pure knowledge, that remains. Because there is nobody to negate there. The person who is negating also is gone. So therefore there is nobody to negate. So it cannot be negated. That bodha rupaha, that true knowledge, which is infinite, beginningless, endless, that cannot be negated, that remains. That is the Paramatma. Suppose if I negate Paramatma also, if you say that, how can you negate Paramatma? Because always you say, I know. Is that not so? I am, you say. Then who knows? There is no Paramatma, who knows? There is somebody now. The Bodha Rupam is always there. This Bodha Rupam means the true knowledge can never be negated. You understand? If I say I am not there, then how do you know? Somebody is knowing now. Who is that buddy? Then there is nothing. How do you know? No, chumma solren. Chumma sonna. How do you know? There is nothing. I know it. So there is somebody knowing it. So there is something. So this cannot be negated. This is like trying to bury your own shadow. When you finish burying, it comes up. So the self cannot be negated. Whatever remains as the vibhuti, you know what? When everything is burnt, whatever remains is vibhuti, ashes. Everything is destroyed, everything is burnt, and what remains, that is the self, the glory. Vibhuti means glory. That remains. That is the self. So when we drop all the upadhis, all the equipments of knowledge, and when we remain there without trying to know anything, when we remain there, that is the truth. And how it is known? It is the nature of the truth. It is revealed by itself. Swayam Jyoti. So there, if you try to know what happens, then you create a division of the knower and known. When it is divided, it is not the pure consciousness, undivided consciousness. So don't divide anything. Just be. The Purumiye illa. I want to know it somehow. That you cannot do it there. That you cannot do. So that is why it is said the grace of the Guru. The Guru kicks you beyond actually. See, you are struggling, in the verge, in the edge, you are standing and struggling because of this objectification of the truth. You want to know the truth. The Guru kicks you into the beyond. There you fall in the sense what? You just get absorbed.
So we say it is subjective experience.
Yeah, that is what I am saying. It is subjective experience. Vidya Ramayana get a subjective experience only. How can it be objective experience? It is very much the subject of all. So very much a subjective experience. And nobody can know it also. Nobody can judge. So it is an intimate experience of one's own self. So when you reach here, that is the end of the journey. Then what? Just be there. That's what Bhagavan says, be there. And enjoy means what? Be in that bliss. Then the question is, who enjoys the bliss of Paramatma? Don't ask such question, You are trying to, intellectualize things again and again. Who enjoys? And then there will be somebody to enjoy. You go there and see everything. Go there and see means what? You just be there. Everything will be known. Everything will be clear. From here, if you go on, no detail, nothing will happen. It cannot be thought of Solyach. But you don't try to go there, but you remain here and go on, appudi. It will not happen. You try to go there, means what? Be there. And then no doubts. Who is enjoying bliss? Or is there anybody to enjoy bliss? Or bliss is enjoyed by itself. See, these Panditas and all these, Vedantic scholars, they discuss infinitely. Who is enjoying? Who is realizing the Atma? Who is enjoying? What happens there? Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi never entertains such questions because it is all speculative. With the intellect you are trying to understand which cannot be understood. So you go there, be there and enjoy. Enjoy means what? Be there and everything is revealed. Na? Whatever it is revealed. So that is what's said. That is Atma, the self. Yo ayam Atma. Read the next words. Swayam Jyotihi Panchakosha Vilakshanaha Avastatraya Sakshi San Nirvikaro Niranjanaha Sadanandaha Savijneyaha Swatmatvena Vipaschita. Vipaschita. Yo, I am Atma Swayam Jyotihi. See, this is what said. This Atma self is Swayam Jyotihi. How it will be known? Swayam Jyotihi. It is known by itself. It is revealed. There is no doubt there. To whom? Don't ask such questions. It is revealed. Everything is known there. Full stop. Swayam Jyotihi, by its own light. Panchakosha Vilakshanaha. It is something distinctly different from all these Panchakoshas. Avastatraya Sakshi San. And it is the Sakshi, just the witness of all the three states of consciousness. What are those? Waking, dream and deep sleep. It's just the Sakshi. Sakshi means what? It illuminates everything, but is not involved in anything or not influenced by anything. So this is what you should understand about Sakshi. See, suppose a murder is happening. Somebody, A, he goes and murders B, let us say. Who can be the Sakshi? A cannot be the Sakshi, the murderer. B, one who has been murdered, cannot be the Sakshi because he is already murdered, he is gone. So another person who is watching it, he is a witness. He is not the A or B, he is a witness. Witness means what? He has seen it, but he is not involved in it. He has not murdered or he has not been murdered. And he is not influenced by it. Meaning, see, in the Vyavahara maybe he is influenced, but generally that punishment will not come to him because he has watched. No? Or nobody is going to crown him saying that, how beautiful you watched the murder. No, no, you have watched the murder, okay, come to the courts. So, Sakshi means not influenced or not involved. He is a Sakshi. Avastatraya Sakshi San Nirvikaraha Niranjanaha. Nirvikaraha means what? He doesn't undergo any change. No vikaram. He is the same. Niranjanaha. Very pure. Why he is very pure? Because there is nothing other than him. So he is very pure. No dirt or no foreign particle there. See, our Acharya once said beautifully. See, if you are eating, let's say rice, if you find the hair in that, what do you say? The hair is a dirt, you remove it. But suppose in your head, in the hair, if you find a rice particle, annam, then you say annam is dirt and you remove it. Is it not so? So whatever is supposed to be there, if something else is there, it is called as dirt. So why it is dirt, no stain, it is pure? There is nothing other than it in it. There is nothing other than it in it. So it is pure. It cannot be contaminated. Sadanandaha, it is always Ananda, Sadanandaha. Why it is always Ananda? There is nothing to disturb that Ananda. There is nobody to feel miserable. It is just choiceless Ananda. It is choiceless. You are not there to choose whether I want to be happy or not. Even if you don't want, you are Ananda only. That is the state there. Sadanandaha, Savijneha, that has to be known, worthy of knowing. How? Swatmatvena, by abiding in the self. Knowing oneself, by abiding in the self. Swatmatvena, vipaschita, by the wise one. Only the wise one can understand. Why? Because in him tamas and rajas has gone. No more veiling, no more projecting. So in the Shuddha Sattva, this is revealed to whom? To the wise one, to that Sattvika seeker, Shuddha Sattva seeker, it is revealed. So this is Atma, the self. All this time we have been talking about the Panchakoshas. Now after negating all the Panchakosha, whatever remains, And whatever remains as a Sakshi of all the three states of consciousness, beyond the three bodies. So this is Atma, the self, which cannot be negated, which will not change, which will not perish. And there is no strain of misery there. It is Ananda, Sadhananda. That has to be known. That is the Paramatma. How to know it? By remaining, by abiding in it. Not by knowing it as an object, but by abiding as a subject, as oneself. That is how it is known, Swayam Jyoti, revealed by itself. So this is Atma, the self. So with this we will conclude the first course. We have come to this point, Atma, the self. So I don't want the students to go without knowing what is Atma. We have seen what is Anatma, Panchakosha. But Swamiji, you have not spoken anything about the Atma. So therefore we want to complete it here in the 211th words where it talks about Atma. So when you negate all this, whatever remains is Atma. Now we have come to the Atma, so you can go peacefully. So Vivekachudamani we have completed as if the first course means, but we have come till the point of Atma. So that has to be understood by standing under. So we will stop here, and from tomorrow onwards, today evening we are not going to have any class. Tomorrow onwards we will start. What is the question? The question posed by the Shishya, what is Atman? The disciple is asking. Shishya will say, what is Atman? So when this wonderful opportunity is provided, Guru will leave it or what? Then he is going to talk about Atma, the self. In the morning 2 sessions, through Vivekachudamani, we are going to see what is Atman. And evening, we are going to see through Atma Bodha what is Atman. So before the second course ends, you should be realized. Because every day, if you hear twice, thrice, 4 times Atma, 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 you should realize it or not. Swami, are you realized, Swamiji? You are talking so much about Atma. Are you realized? Don't ask such Eda Godagamana questions, don't ask. Even if I say yes, how will you check? How will you cross check? So, Om Purnamadha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. So with this, the first course is complete.